So here is the workout design for today's VO2 max or aerobic power interval workout. You'll see there's quite a few different groups here. You got 1, 2 groups that are doing 1200s, and you got 1, 2, 3 groups that are doing thousands, and then we actually have a couple kids here that are going to be doing their VO2 max test, and I'll talk about that in a second. You see so many groups here because it is really important for the development of any runner VO2 max to run right at their VO2 max. So we're targeting 98 to 101% because research has shown that's the best way to improve VO2 max is to run right there or almost right at your 2-mile pace. So this first two groups are doing 1200s, as I said. The first group is going to get 4 minutes rest in between reps, 4 of them, because that is about equal work to time on. And then this group is going to get about 4:45 because that's about equal work to time on for them. You'll hear me say this to the kids. I really do lean on them to help me in terms of timing their rest, recording their times on, because it's just impossible for you to do it all effectively, and since I've got a decent amount of kids who've worked with me for a while, they kind of know how this works, and the more you educate your group, the better they'll be at doing things like this. So you'll see I'm going to be running with this group here because this is even though it's a novice group in terms of amount of time they run. Nobody's run for more than a year, so they need a little bit of help in terms of even splitting, and you'll see me doing that. So the rest of the groups, there's somebody in that group that can kind of guide the group. They've been around for a while and they kind of know what they're doing and the importance of not giving yourself too much rest and hitting your targets. This next group here is going to do thousands times 4. Couple newer runners here. Nia's a middle distance runner, so they don't need quite as much aerobic power, but they still need some on a kind of an every microcycle in the season. Danny and Chris, they're going to get about 4.5 minutes rest because of the time work on to time off. And then these two are only going to do 3 because they're very, very, very new to running. So you're going to get 3 miles worth of 2-mile pace here, and you're going to get 4K worth of 2-mile pace here. So everybody's doing a little bit more than what they would do together in a 2-mile test, and that's why you do an interval, because you get more total volume. These two kids here are going to be getting a 2-mile test because I do not have a VO2 max test on them. Neither of them were able to show up the week before when we did it, so it's really important, again, to run right at it. I could guess and say where Alex or David might be, but if it's not at that 98 to 101%, you're not going to be getting what you're really designed from this day. So let's just see how the whole day played out.
So today's going to be a little bit complicated only because the number of groups, there's different distances. We have some people doing a test run here, so I need everybody to kind of really be on it, both on helping me with time on and rest. Okay, I need this to be a part, something from you guys as well as from me. Okay, so we've got 2 different groups that are doing 1200s. We've got basically 3 different groups doing thousands, and we have a group that's doing the test run. Okay, so we'll have to figure out watch situation, but essentially, guys, the reason why there are so many different groups here is for the same reason why we have so many different groups when we're doing our long runs. Your pace is your pace. This is not based on grouping people based on who your best friend is. Okay, so it would be a disservice to have Jared run a pace and then have to get 3 times the amount of rest just to hold a group together to make it easier for me. Okay,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So is our rest gonna be in sync?
Mine and the group I'm with and the group you're with? No, so I need one of you guys all have watches, right? Yeah. I need you guys, it's gonna be from Jared, since you're gonna be the first one through. Once Jackson crosses or Thomas crosses, whoever's second with that group, start a 4-minute timer, okay?
We're gonna be in sync and then we'll start together again.
Yes.
6 seconds and just sprint.
Go!
We got a 4:45, right?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
Guys, let's
bro.
he's still got 600 meters to go. Okay, Nia's group should be underway, guys. Okay, watch it. Nia's starting first.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I think she is.
I have heartburn. I don't like it.
Yep.
3,
Come on, David, don't lose.
2, 1, go.
He's got one lap.
It looks good though.
Can we yell at him real quick?
Who's
It's
Robert?
like,
Good job, David. Come on, hold it.
Upright posture, 1 to go.
He's catching up.
He looks down a lot.
He's falling off. All right, guys, let's see if you finish this.
one lap, David.
Ish on the beat.
Keep going. Yes, sir, David. Good job, bro.
I'm sorry.
It's Manny.
Worse.
I was a cameraman for rep number 3.
Like a skill sport,
and
like soccer
we're with y'all.
or something.
So see, homeboy's still trying to do his work. We got the young ladies in the cut. Say hi, ladies.
You're trying.
You're on Coachy TV.
You're trying to change your body.
Yeah, ladies, we're doing this working. Boys and gents, doing the work. You know, 3 years from now, I'm gonna have a runner bio on me. 3 years from now, I'll have a runner bio on me. And that's on period.
So here are the workout results from the video you just saw. Very, very pleased overall. As I mentioned, we're targeting 98 to 101%, and you see a lot of 100%, 101%. When you get down here, again, these are two very, very, very new runners to the point where I haven't even been able to do a 2-mile test on them. I've had to do mile tests with them. So you're going to see that sort of all over the place with them. Blake and Lucas both being way, way faster than was designed. When I do a new VO2 max test on them the very next week, I'll probably see their times come way, way down. The best way to do this is to kind of go on the slower end of your range first and try and bring it down if you can. That is the best way to do this, in the same way that you would like to reverse split a 2-mile or a mile or a 5K or whatever it is you're doing. So very, very solid day from this whole group. If you see all the way up here, hitting right at 100 to 101%, and that's hard to do, especially this early in the season. This is this group's first interval workout of the season. I believe, yes, this is Amir's first interval workout of the season. So very, very solid day from all of them. I do want to come back here. If you remember at the very beginning, I said if I were to just kind of guess with these kids, maybe they'd get what they need, but probably not. I'll give you the example here of David, a kid doing his second VO2 max test ever, goes out and goes 10:15. Beautiful here, reverse splitting it. Kid's only been running for about 4 weeks, so this is just very, very great to see out of him. But he ran 6:07. The last time he did a VO2 max test, he was right here with Manny, Ethan, this type of group. So probably I would have put him right here coming in if I were to just guess, would have not have retested him today. And if I would have done that, if he would have run right where Manny had run, a 6:19 mile pace, 4:43 average, that would have actually, based on this, put him at 96%, which means he would not have been getting what he needed that day. It would have almost been like, not at loss day, he would be getting some experience with running, some aerobic development, but you would not have been getting true VO2 max aerobic power development, because again, you have to be in that very narrow window to get that development. It forces your body to extract the maximum oxygen out of the blood, and unless you put it right at that fastest aerobic pace, which is what VO2 max is, fastest aerobic pace, you're not going to force your body to do that. It's not going to do it unless you put it right at that position to where you're almost at oxygen debt. So again, it just kind of shows the importance of having an accurate test on them, not just going and guessing at these things, because if they go too fast, the blood's going to be going too fast past the working muscles, and the muscles aren't going to be able to extract it out, so you're not going to be getting what you need in terms of that development. And if you're going too slowly, then again, you're not putting your body right at that position to where it really needs to force itself to create more of those structures to extract the oxygen from the blood. It's something called myoglobin. It takes the oxygen off the hemoglobin on your blood. So this is that idea of, yes, you've got 6 groups here. It's a very, very complex day. As you kind of saw in the video, there's different things going on. You've got this group starting at the start-finish line and doing 3 laps every single time. You've got this group starting at the start-finish line but finishing over at the 200-meter start because they're doing 2.5 laps. And then this group's just going straight through with 1 shot, 1 repetition of a 2-mile. But in the end, they're all kind of getting what they need. This group up top being a little bit more advanced, or just having a little bit faster VO2 max. This group maybe being either a little bit more novice, or their time just warranting needing to be in that 1,000 range, and then this group just needing a new VO2 max test. There's no getting around it. So if you like this video, please think about liking or subscribing. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment down below. And until next time, this has been Coachy TV.